I was listening to a podcast episode recently, and they were talking about, among other things, Norway's really generous parental leave policy and the process by which it took to get the Norwegian population to fully adopt this policy. Because essentially, what was happening is Norway offers an incredible amount of paid time off to both moms and dads, but just the moms were taking it. And that's despite it being culturally, theoretically, totally acceptable for both parents to take parental leave. For whatever reason, just the moms were indulging in taking the parental leave. So Norway, the government took to themselves to figure out, well, how do we fix this? How do we get more dads to participate in their children's early stages of life? And what they came up with was they called it the father quota. Essentially, the leave that was gifted to the dads could no longer be transferred off to anyone else, like the mom, right? So this was paid time off that only the dad could take. And if he didn't take it, it was gone. Essentially, what they did was they made it absolutely foolish to not take the leave. It's paid time off. Why wouldn't you take it? And once that became the norm or the practice, now 90% of eligible Norwegian dads do take their parental leave. So it worked. And ultimately, what happened here is that they took something that was good but easy to say no to and made it way easier to say yes to it. So how does this tie into business? I see this a lot in teams. I have a lot of team owners who have all these amazing, wonderful things that they offer the agents on their team, whether it's coaching or lead rotation, the ability to go to conferences, to teams that will invest with their agents, a myriad of options and things that'll better their lives. And my team owners get confused as to why their agents don't always tap into the resources that are given to them. It can be really frustrating. We end up making excuses for it. Well, then they're not as motivated as I am, or they're overwhelmed, or a million things. But really, we may just not have made it easy enough for someone to say yes to the good thing. We haven't made the good thing the default. So the trick here is to not ask the question of what else can I offer, but how can I build this into my business's structure so that not using it feels like an absolutely foolish thing to do, just like Norway did with their parental leave policy. What we're looking for here is a system that expects participation in the good thing, again, similar to the leave policy, which then gets embedded into your team's culture. Once it's an expectation that people participate in coaching or in mentorship or in philanthropy or whatever it may be that your team is offering, then it becomes embedded in the culture. And your team members help to uphold that thing that you're offering that is the good thing. And then the good thing becomes the default. So if you're finding that you're offering things up that people aren't taking advantage of, don't just blame it on the people. Stop and think for a second, how can I make this something that is foolish to not indulge in?